Hey folks, this is Ben back with you in the Midwest Model Shop. Alright, in today's video we're going to be taking our very first look at the brand new Zoukei-Mura F-4C Phantom, the Wild Weasel, in 1/48 scale. They just sent this out, I just got it the other day, and it's in a beautiful, nice thick box, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. So what we have here is two videos, right? In this first one, I'm just going to do a real quick down and dirty look of the box, what's the basic contents, what's inside. Let's skim through the instructions real quick. We'll look at the decal sheets and painting guides, and then obviously a quick look at the parts and give you a general idea of what you're getting. I'm going to do a second video that's the super in-depth one, right? Which is we'll go through every page of the instruction booklet. We'll take a very detailed look at every single one of the parts and look at all of the decal sheets up close, and then of course, we'll look at it thoroughly. It'll be a much longer video for those of you who are interested in it. I received this kit from Zoukei-Mura for free. They did not charge me anything for it. I want to be clear about that up front. So Zoukei-Mura, thank you very much, especially Naomi who sent this out. I appreciate it very much. This is a very cool kit. I have not built an F4 since I was a real young kid, and then I built several of them, and I guess I kind of got on my system back then, and it's been a long time, and now this thing is it's very cool. It's very, very cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it just real quick, down and dirty, and then if you're like, no, I want to see the detailed video, go to our YouTube page here and look for that other one. And if you're watching the long one, I'll redirect you back here to the short one if that's what you actually want to see. So let's go ahead without further ado and take a look at what we have inside the box. Alright folks, here's our F-4C Phantom 2 Wild Weasel 4 by the Super Wing series from Zoukei-Mura. So this is going to be our quick view of the box and our quick video. So right away, let's hold this up here, go ahead and scan that QR code if you'd like to. Just a quick glance at the box, you get 3 different markings set up for 3 different aircraft. Nothing too crazy here. Here's a good look at the fanciness. This is all available on the website. And yeah. So what are we gonna get? We're gonna get a box. And these are beautiful, beautiful boxes. Extremely nicely done. All right, so on the inside, you're going to get a packet here that's got your decal sheets, your instructions, and this funny thing is a canopy mask, which is wonderful, all included, and some other information here about the other kits that they have. And then we get a slew of parts. So let's start taking a look at these kind of quickly here. I want to point out this package here right away. You have this piece. This is your backbone. This is going to go on, and it's got nice detail there. This is going to go on the top of the ship, right on the back, so that you don't have any seam lines or panel lines to deal with here, and everything's all molded nice and fancy. See, we've got some ordnance down here, and these are your tubs here, the exhaust ports. This is where the exhaust is going to come out of the back, and it's nicely detailed. I think for not having a gazillion pieces to deal with, that's really, really nice. So, yeah, one piece, horizontal stabilizers, finely molded on both sides, just like you would expect. Okay, so let's see here. Here's some interior detail stuff real quick. Again, Zoukei-Mura, we're expecting nothing other than the absolute best. Tops of the ejection handles here. The ejection seats. Really cool stuff. So you're going to have some other miscellaneous parts, but let's get to this. You have what looks like full jet engines here. I don't know if those will be seen. If you could mold them out if you want to. Here's some other exhaust nozzles back here, different type. And then your intake trunks. So there'll be a seam on the inside, but it's up on the side, which means if and I doubt you'll need to, but if you needed to fill that seam, you could stick a sanding stick inside here easily and work on it. You're not working on a curved surface, which was really smart and well thought out on their part. All right. Let's see, there's your nose cone. Nice big piece. I'm certain it is the correct shape. Ordnance. So here are a couple of big drop tanks, or at least one, and then I'm assuming a sidewinder here. And your sparrows, the little winglets are molded separately. There's a nice, can you see the angle there? They're not just flat. There's that little bend. These are nice. All right. A couple of those. Let's do the canopies. This is great because the canopy is molded in one piece all together, ready to go. You can see that. And then obviously you have your separate parts right here. And then some, this is the piece in the middle for where this thing, you got that part. This is it right here for the middle when those are folded up. And then you've got some small pieces of glass, probably for some various HUDs and landing lights and things like that. Really nicely done, super crystal clear. All right, these, looks like that's the other drop tank and stuff, and then this is more ordnance. A couple of different missiles. It looks like a ladder here, and this is duplicated twice, so you've got another ladder. Well, I guess you'd need them both, right? And then your different missiles. So yeah, and pitot tubes and things like that. So that's cool. All right, now we're getting into it. Look at this. Let's move this stuff here. Okay, here is a fuselage half with looks like a center drop tank. This looks like your intake tub, your engine inlet intake that would go on the side here. And as you can see, as I turn it sideways here, you've got this slot right there, right on the back, where you drop that first piece that I showed you so you don't have a seam. You don't have to worry about anything like that. You will have one, it looks like, maybe on the bottom here, right? But that should be a pretty flat surface. You don't have to worry about it. And the instructions, see how you have this little cutout right here? There's the option to have that be forward or back in, depending on the version that you're modeling, so make sure you pay attention to that. You got your resting gear hook there. And this looks like one of the landing gear struts. You flip it over to look on the inside. Very simple, just some basic stuff here to guide your pieces together. So you should have positive contact points and no trouble getting these fuselage halves together. Look at the riveting detail there. Can you make that out? That's sharp. This is very cool. And then we've got some very thin, fragile pieces here, I'm assuming for part of the exhaust. Should go right there. Just really nice, straight, great curved lines. It's cool. All right, this is our last piece. This is your wing. So obviously this is the bottom of the aircraft. Really eliminating any seam issues that you're going to have, except where there would be a panel line naturally, so not a problem. A few of our flaps, upper wing surfaces, and then looks like this is our tail or other horizontal. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is our horizontal stabilizers, and the vertical stab may have been in the other. Oh, it's part of the. And then you've got your leading edge slat. So detail looks good. You know, lots, especially right in here where your sparrow would mount. If you leave this empty, vacant, right, you've got some stuff to look at in there. Good options. I like this. All right, so let's take a look at the instructions real quickly and the decals. All right, sorry about the little glare here. First order of business, you're going to get a little advertising. You got 1/72, 1/44 and new scales in here. This is their 1/32 collection. So this is just a little magazine showing all of the stuff that you get. This is a great idea in case you just pick one of these up at the store and you don't think to go to their website to see everything that they have. All right, this little blue-green paper here, this is the mask. Hopefully you can make that out. It's nice. This is great that they're including a mask for all of the windows on the cockpit, so you could just put it on and spray it. This is I wish everybody did this. All right, you get two cool folded up papers like this, and these are your markings, the different ones. This is RTAFB Karat Thailand in 72, both sides. Then on the other side, we've got the 52nd Tactical Fighter Wing of the 81st Tactical Fighter Squadron in Spangledem, Germany in 75. All right, fancy, fancy. Then you got to go to the other paper to get your, let's see here, 1972 RTA Air Force Base Karat Thailand. This is the Supercock Swiss Sampler. And then down here, some of your hard mount decals, drop tank ordnance stuff, other things like that. This is the only sheet where on the back you've got same deal. There's some instructions at the top here, some color guides, and then all of the decals that go on the bottom. Oh my goodness. But they're there. And it's great that they have all this stuff available for you. And it's a nice glossy sheet of paper. Okay, here's the decal sheet. Very nice. This is designed by the House of Phantom Air DOC. I've never had any trouble with the decals from Zoukei-Mura. They're really, really nice. A lot of these little ones are obviously going to be on the belly of the aircraft. Let's see if we could see the glossy. There's some reflective on the edges of some of these that are supposed to be shiny, which is really nice. And you've got, they also include like the stripes, the red stripes that go over the tops of the fuselage, but you could paint those as well. And then this is what I was talking about earlier. They have the decals for inside, which would be great. I would just put these on instead of painting. The only option that would be even better would be to buy their 3D printed cockpit interiors, which I think I'm going to do when I build this thing. All right, let's move on and take a look at the instructions. All right, here's the instruction manual. It's all black and white. It's a pretty hefty book. Here's what I'm going to say. Make sure, one, you pick out which version of the F4 that you're going to build. There's 3 different variants here, and instructions apply to each one. The second thing I'm going to say is make sure you read everything. There's a lot of information here, and they have a lot of information on each page. And some people, it gets to be a lot, is all I'm saying. So maybe use some Sharpies, use some pencils, use a marker to mark off what you've accomplished or what you're going to do. All the color callouts are here. Everything you need to do is in place, and it's very thorough and very cool. Here's slapping your 2 fuselage halves together, throwing the nose cone on there, and you know, per the instructions, make sure everything fits right. Test fit it. It tells you a piece has got to be cut. There's a lot of information that's written here that you need to follow because things have to be molded a certain way so that they can get you a quality part. But that might mean that there's some things that you need to trim or adjust. So all I'm saying is please pay attention to the instructions. You do have the engines, and they give you an engine stand if you want to leave it out and displayed, or you could go ahead and install it inside of the aircraft, or however you want to go about doing it, which is great. And then we'll just kind of go through here. Oh, is that the bottom? Yeah. I was talking about, let's see here, previous page where you throw that top piece on. Anyway, you guys get the idea. So it's pretty thick. There's a lot of pages here. I'll get you a total count when we're done at the end. The flap options to have them retracted or extended, and at different, this is 30 degrees, 60 degrees, or you can have them fully retracted depending on what you want to do. There's a lot of black and white here, so make sure, like I said, that you just read everything. Take your time, mark stuff off, and yeah, it looks like a lot, but it's really a simple model when you're all done with it. All these options for the canopies, they've got the mirrors inside of there. That's, you know, no one includes that stuff. Those are always aftermarket things. And assembling all of your weapons. Attaching some of your jamming devices. And then you got your part list in the back. And that's it. Total of 35 pages, 36 including the back. Yeah, so that's it. Great looking kit. Excellent quality and detail. Instructions look a little busy, but just take your time and go through them. Good color guidance, great decal sheet. I'm assuming the fit's going to be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, you can order this off of site, links in the description down below, along with all the aftermarket stuff. This is our short video. I'm going to do another one where I take the time to go through all the pieces and all the pages of the instructions up and close, and that's going to be long and much more involved for those who are interested in it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you again to Zoukei-Mura for sending this out to me. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one.